Amphorius, the Eternal Land.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. It's mysterious, all right. You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle? Huh? Has it been that long?
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion, too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Yeah! Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Tychean Stadium has been repaired.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Well, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security, if you will. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on. Huh. What about her?
At least, she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you, eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
The stars and our futures shine before us. I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have...
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a...
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring...
Yet you will repay this favor all...
Holy moly! Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of when you were at your wit's end and felt lost.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, I don't understand. What, did they make you a deal? You can have...
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One. As I mentioned earlier.
She only left me with a I'll only know when I find out.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due. So why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The Ember...
Get off your high horse.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have...
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you...
You know how it is. The tie should be on the center line. The same applies when bidding my...
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder is one of your disguises.
I'm not that...
Sorry, but...
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation.
What? What are you talking, Mr. One Week? Please excuse me, I should have recognized you earlier.
I want to know what's going on in there.
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are.
Aftermath.
You...
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know.
Oh, I see. Coming back to the topic of the park.
What happens if you...
It's baffling, but correct.
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll...
Please take these notes with you.
You shouldn't have said that just now.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be... So, why are...
You could say that. We were taking a walk in the park in hindsight.
You rose through the ranks...
Quite the contrast.
Was that his what...
Perhaps he was just... This place is no...
Let's see what we have. No consumption of food except for burgers. What? No consumption of...
I have nothing against...
What happens if I...
It's as the Bloodhounds...
Huh.
Wait, don't...
Ah,
That's odd.
didn't I tell ya? The family can... Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out. Only cast and crew...
And an easy one to...
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their...
You've been ironed... Wait a sec. If this is how...
I tried to warn you. How do you feel?
Now? I'm feel...
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now? discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in? Do not discard trash. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated.
Forget it. I don't even know how. Something's happening. What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something? Oh, there it is.
Just one moment. Ugh. I'm afraid you're going to have to handle them.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough. Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens? Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule? They can't be seriously going that far. No. Hey, look at...
Now, bid you farewell.
What's wrong? Never seen perfection. You've just got to expand your thinking.
You bully!
Come one, come all.
Let me tend to your wounds. Yeah!
Barely felt it.
It's of no consequence. Serenity stands clear before me.
Still as hopeless as ever. The door to a whole new world.
Looks like somebody needs a doctor. Gotta get those vitamins.
Much obliged. Time for a detailed overhaul. You won't get away!
Redemption!
Let me tend to your wounds.
This mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Look, listen, feel, kick!
Combat is a series of precise machinations. One at a time!
All at once? You've just got to expand your thinking.
Tormented doubt, I bid you farewell.
Barely felt it. Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void.
Time to show you. What's in your prescription?
Much obliged.
Still as hopeless as ever. The door to a whole new world. Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you.
Time for a detailed overhaul. Come one, come all.
Ugh, did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Ugh, aren't the rules...
Enough. The location.
There it is.
Time for it to disappear for good.
Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary.
Whoa, it worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you.
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it,
Sometime before
that was sarcasm, in case you didn't.
you never forget times of failure.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure. What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now. We should go. This will be a long farewell.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on. Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Thank you.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep... I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon... Come now. It's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do. Seems...
I will, but put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value. Not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony? Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case?
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here? Or these ladies?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms? I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason. I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination. could there be more to it? Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror. It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however. That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by. So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home? Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask him instead? He knows how to present things logically. Not now. Of all times. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yoon for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but he insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What happened?
stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But Miss Ting-Yoon ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze.
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is like there is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar...
Mr. Yang?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful. Or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhound. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
It's been a while, everyone.
You!
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain. I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yoon. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yoon to her.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I...
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yoon?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others.
I guess, there. Now do you see what I mean?
There does appear to be an element of her talking.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady...
Yes, more specific.
The Law Fu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Law Fu sometime?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time.
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Ting-Yoons here.
This Miss Ting-Yoon looks like she's... Why do I feel like it's not gonna... Huh? Yikes! She's... can't fly? What? I can. I'll take you next time. Should...
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own.
Even if that's true.
Here's the Penacony news. Once again, another moment of peace has passed over our lives. And that concludes the news. I wish you all now
This mistake...
That sounds nice. But then again, gifts should be lasting. That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon.
So, what do you think?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way?
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay... You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one! But it may take me a while to identify her.
Oh, you're here again. So,
I'm still...
aha! I knew it!
I'm walking on the street and... this mistake... Why do I feel...
Oh, were you all looking for... me?
Found her! If I remember correctly, this...
It's nothing special.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even...
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so... sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so...
Then kindly forgive our intrusion.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look! It's working!
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Miss Tingyun! You're finally back! You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? Oh, what?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Don't be afraid.
What is this place?
No matter what you see, you only need to remember one. You're not alone.
Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead? Benefactor, let me lend you a hand.